Hello, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to post this video last year but never got around doing so. So in pure Jenny fashion, I'm posting it far too late. In this video, I'm going to show you how I transform a beautiful antique silk crepe slip and elevate it into something even more special. This slip is originally from the 1930s. I purchased it at an antique mall many years ago. I was attracted to it by its beautiful lace detailing. However, it's been worn down by time. It seems like it's been hand dyed much later, so this color is not original to the slip. Maybe the previous owner wanted to cover up some stains that were left behind. I will be using vintage Vogue Art transfer textile prints. These prints were extremely popular in the 1950s, used by women who wanted to spruce up an outfit, a pillowcase, an apron, or just anything that can be embroidered. Over the years, I've accumulated a few of these designs. I've incorporated them in my sketchbook, I've used them for collages, other pieces of clothing even, which I will show you here where it was used in another antique slip dress. I've always been attracted by these products, not by just the quality of the actual transfer, but just the kitschy design that is very evocative of the 1940s and 50s. I was fortunate enough to find this one featuring little cherries and thought they were just extremely cute, and I wanted to use this design to cover up significant stains that were still visible on the slip. The process is extremely easy. It's basically a transfer on. All you need is an iron, scissors, and a little patience. I will say the transfers are very well made and they have not faded even after many washes. Even on silk, which is such a delicate and volatile fabric, you just have to run the iron over the design about 8 times or so. If not, the design will not adhere to the fabric. Even though these transfers are over 70 years old, they're pretty robust and adhere really well to the fabric. I haven't had any issues with them, including the previous items of clothing that I've used these on. So if you'd like to spruce up an item of clothing or gently cover up some stains or just bring new life to something that you already have, I really recommend purchasing these Vogue Art textile transfers. Maybe keep a lookout the next time you are at a antique mall or thrift shop. As you can see, it's a really easy process. You just have to be extremely patient running that iron over and over the stencil just so it penetrates into the fabric. I really prefer these transfers over the modern equivalent just because the new ones that you can get don't really penetrate into the fabric. They just simply sit on top of the fabric, so it just looks extremely cheap, which is pretty incredible considering that this is an extremely old product and it performs better than any modern transfer on. And here is the final result. So as you can see, it's basically embedded into the fabric now. It really works well with silk and cotton. I haven't really tested these stencils on thicker fabrics like linen or anything like that. You could even put these stencils on a tote bag, literally on any type of thinner fabric, I think is your best bet. But here's what it looks like. It really just gives brand new life to this article of clothing, which gives me a better reason to wear it more often now just because it's cuter and the stains aren't very apparent, which they were previously, just a bunch of brown stains everywhere, which is not very pleasant looking. Anyway, anybody can do this. It's a lot of fun, and I really recommend you going through your closet and repurposing something that maybe you don't wear as often or you're kind of bored of. Anyway, that's the video. I hope it was enjoyable. Thank you for watching.